Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a very pleasant night to you, my precious pack, and welcome back once more to the game that it does everything and nothing at this point. So, welcome back to VEGA Conflict, everybody. Today's subject is going to be specifically about the Cannonade, and I would talk about the weapon that came along with it, but newsflash, don't have one, haven't actually had a chance to playtest it. And until earlier today, I actually had not tested any of the Tier 10 stuff, so my first experience with any of the Tier 10 was just playing around with everything to see what they did so far. And with a Dreadnought release right around the corner, yeah, it's best time for me to start taking a quick look at what everything actually does. So, today we're going to be talking about the Cannonade. It's going to be one of the little videos I used to do, and this is going to be a little bit more enjoyable for me, because one, I'm not playing the game as heavily, I'm not focusing too much on it, I'm just playing it for the sake of playing it. So, let's take a look at what we have. In regards to the Cannonade, it comes with a very healthy 2-hour repair time. It is a Ranger class vessel, which means it is a Ranger that utilizes their high strafe, rotation, and rear speed to avoid close quarters combat. Pilots are encouraged to position themselves outside of enemy firing arcs whilst they engage enemy targets from long range. Okay, while that is an option, I have another option that I'm going to be trying out and potentially destroying my first Cannonade with, immediately after I fit it with the Lance, or whatever the name of the weapon is that it's got, trying it out, seeing what it does, then refitting it to something else so I can have a good laugh and a chuckle. But the effective range is the same as every other Ranger, which I'm still against effective ranges in the game. I would prefer the bonuses for a specific reason, which I won't get into right now, for the sake of video length. Health-wise, it's 97,500. Compared to just about everything else, that's okay, I guess. Maximum mass, 18,000 tons, okay. Cargo, 3,500,000 tons, so typical. Forward speed, 590. Rotation speed, 50 degrees per second. Strafe, 660. Sector speed, 600 astronomical units per hour. And what's prime shift have? 80% trigger threshold and a charge rate of 3.5% per second. Okay. What do we have to look at in modifiers? Let's take a look at the rangefinder real quick. Every 6 firing cycles, the Cannonade gains a rangefinder stack. Each stack increases the hull's fire rate and projectile speed for 20 seconds. Okay, so it gets a maximum of 10 stacks, and with each base stack it gives an 8% increase in projectile speed, so 80% at max. It gives a... okay, so it basically just gives an 80% increased projectile speed and 50% off the reload or the charge time. Okay, that's pretty basic, but extremely good. Boosts. What's it get? Increased maximum effective combat range, a flat damage boost. Okay, so it's actually got multiple ways that it increases its damage per second. It has the in-prime shift stuff, which is the boost, which is a flat damage increase, and it has the rate of fire boosts, which is, yet again, can technically be seen as another form of damage boost. And then it gets increased strafe. Okay. What's its active look like? When 4,500 damage is done to enemy vessels in prime shift, yeah. It launches a piercing driver weapon forwards, doing 3,600 damage per second. It has 7,350 meters per second with a range of 9,000 meters and piercing of 15. Oh, and it has damage over time. Damage over time, okay, so it applies just a few stacks of it. Damage over time threshold, 7,000. And it gives 3,600 stacks per 7,000 threshold. Okay, that's brutal. Interval 1 second. So it's the same as all the other damage per over time effects in regards to the duration and the interval. And the kinetic value for the damage type. Okay. Increased Liberatus damage. 20% resurgence, 100% increased shield energy. Interesting. Shield recharge doesn't really matter because what's immediately under it, it's going to have the delay, which I'm going to be just having a good laugh at because that's mainly what's going to be getting mine destroyed. It can deplete when... Okay, and it does 50% increased health damage. Okay, so if you just build them with nothing but bypass in mind, they'll just be able to rip everything up that's in front of them, basically. Okay, resistance, alien plasma blight. Why do they even give these resistances to ships anymore? I haven't seen an alien nebula, a plasma nebula, or blight nebula since I started playing again. Not even in any of the targets I was going through collecting stuff for. I didn't see any of them. So that seems redundant. Okay, that's about it for the Cannonade. Okay, so it specializes in specific long-range combat. It increases the effective maximum range at... Why didn't they just use bonuses? Why do they stick with this effective range nonsense? They just need to give stuff boosts, because that's exactly what they're doing. Just give it a weapons range boost. Give it a 50% weapons range boost. Drop the range of the kinetic weapons down. Drop the range of the explosive weapons down. Drop the range of the energy weapons down. And then just give individual vessels their boosted ranges. That's all you need to do. It'll make a lot more people happy, because it'll open up the creativity that you took away from us with tier freaking 9. Well, tier freaking 8. Okay, thoughts on the Cannonade? I'm going to look forward to the next video where I'm most likely going to pull off another situation of I broke it in under 15 minutes. But in all honesty, it looks like an okay vessel aside from the shield regeneration, well, the lack thereof, but then again, the same can be said about each other tier 9 vessel. I don't know exactly what the point of that is, but don't really care because I'm most likely going to be running them through the ground and just destroying them in hindsight. So, yeah. Overall, interesting ships, but not really anything special. So, what do I do now that I'm back doing VEGA videos and just videos in general? Well, we're coming up towards the end of the month, so I got something to look forward to there. But for now, be safe out there, my pack. Happy hunting, and as always, I'll see you later.